Prologue. I believe in America. The film opens in near darkness. A man, Amerigo Bonacera, pleads his case before Don Vito Corleone, Marlon Brando. His daughter has been brutalized by two young men, and the American justice system has failed him. Desperate, he seeks true justice from the Godfather. Don Corleone sits silently, stroking his cat, listening. With calm authority, he reminds Bonacera that friendship and loyalty are the currency of his world. Justice will be done, but one day, perhaps, the Don will ask a favor in return. Thus begins The Godfather, a tale of family, loyalty, power, and betrayal. The wedding, power and celebration outside. A grand Sicilian wedding unfolds. Connie Corleone, Vito's daughter, is marrying Carlo Rizzi. Italian songs, dancing, and endless food fill the garden. Guests flock to the Don's office to ask favors, as tradition dictates. No Sicilian can refuse a request on his daughter's wedding day that we meet the Corleone family. Sonny Corleone, James Caan. Hot-tempered and impulsive, the Don's eldest son, Fredo Corleone, John Cazale, weak-willed and insecure. Michael Corleone, Al Pacino, the youngest son, a decorated war hero, who insists he is not part of the family business. He arrives with his girlfriend, Kay Adams, Diane Keaton, explaining, almost reassuringly, "That's my family, Kay. It's not me." The atmosphere is joyous, yet behind the smiles lies power and menace. The Don's consigliere, Tom Hagen, Robert Duvall, discreetly arranges deals, while the Don observes everything with watchful eyes. The offer, a new business soon after, a narcotics dealer named Virgil Sollozzo approaches the family. He seeks protection for a drug operation. The deal is lucrative, but dangerous. Don Vito, a man of tradition, rejects it. Drugs, he says, would corrupt his political connections and the family's honor. But Sonny, too eager, shows interest. The Don warns him never to reveal his thoughts to outsiders. Never let anyone outside the family know what you are thinking. The attempt on the Don's life, Sollozzo retaliates. Gunmen ambush Don Vito on the street, riddling him with bullets. Miraculously, he survives, but he is left weak and vulnerable. The once invincible patriarch is brought low. Sonny seizes control, raging with vengeance. Michael, who has kept his distance, quietly begins to step forward. Visiting his father in the hospital, Michael realizes the guards have disappeared. Another attempt on his father's life is imminent. He quickly moves the Don's bed, positions allies, and bluffs the hitmen into retreat. For the first time, Michael shows both courage and cunning. When the police chief, Captain McCluskey, strikes Michael in the face for interfering, the path of no return is set up. Michael's transformation. The restaurant shooting at a family council. Michael offers a shocking proposal. He will kill Sollozzo and McCluskey. At first, his brothers laugh. Michael, the college boy, the war hero, the civilian. But Michael explains calmly, logically, "It's not personal, Sonny. It's strictly business." A meeting is arranged in a quiet Bronx restaurant. Michael, calm and composed, excuses himself to the restroom, where a revolver has been hidden. Returning to the table, he sits silently, then suddenly rises, 2 shots to Sollozzo, 1 to McCluskey. Blood spatters the walls. Without a word, Michael drops the gun and walks out into the night. The transformation has begun. Exile in Sicily to escape retaliation, Michael flees to Sicily. Among the olive groves and mountains, he lives in hiding, protected by loyal shepherds. He falls in love with a local woman, Apollonia, and marries her in a traditional Sicilian ceremony. But tragedy follows him. A car bomb meant for Michael kills Apollonia instead. The war hero turned reluctant killer is now hardened by grief. Violence at home. Sonny's death back in New York. Sonny's temper proves fatal. When he learns his sister Connie is being beaten by her husband Carlo, he rushes out in a blind fury. At a toll booth, assassins gun him down in a brutal ambush. His body is riddled with bullets, an act of betrayal orchestrated by rival families. The Corleones reel in shock. Don Vito, aged and weakened, realizes that endless bloodshed will destroy them all. He seeks peace with the other families, even if it means compromise. The return of Michael. Rise of the new Don. Michael eventually returns to America. Kay, now disillusioned but still in love, agrees to marry him. Vito, recognizing his son's destiny, begins preparing him for leadership. In a quiet garden scene, the Don tells Michael, "I never wanted this for you. I wanted you to be Senator Corleone, Governor Corleone. There wasn't enough time, Michael. There just wasn't enough time." When Don Vito dies peacefully in his garden, playing with his grandson, Michael fully inherits the mantle of Godfather, the baptism of blood, the final transformation. Michael consolidates power with cold precision. As he stands as Godfather at the baptism of Connie's child, renouncing Satan in the church, his men simultaneously carry out brutal executions across the city. Rival Dons are murdered, strangled, shot, blasted with shotguns. The sequence is masterful. Michael's solemn vows of faith intercut with scenes of slaughter. By the end, he has eliminated all opposition. Among the dead is Carlo, his own brother-in-law, lured into confessing his role in Sonny's murder before being strangled. The closing door. Michael becomes the Godfather in the final scene. Kay confronts Michael. She demands to know if he had Carlo killed. Michael, now fully transformed, stares into her eyes and lies. No, relieved. Kay embraces him. But as she leaves the room, men enter and address Michael as Don Corleone. They kiss his hand in respect. The door slowly closes on Kay's face as she realizes the truth. Michael is now the Godfather. The closing The Godfather is not just a crime saga. It is a meditation on power, family, and the cost of ambition. Michael Corleone's journey from reluctant outsider to ruthless Don is both inevitable and tragic. The film closes not with victory, but with silence, the door shutting between two worlds, love and power, truth and lies, humanity and corruption.